Hey, what's happening, Disney Readers? Me, the Guy01, and welcome to this week's WWE 2K20 Towers video. We will be continuing the Roman Reigns Tower, of course, and first thing I gotta say is sorry that this video is coming out kinda late, in comparison to when these normally come out. I was busy this morning getting my license. Yeah! I did that successfully, so yeah, stay off the road. But it was actually pretty easy. I just handed her a few papers, like the lady at the desk, a few papers, took a picture, and I look crazy in my picture because I drove to the BMV, and I had the window down and my hair has gone super long. I haven't cut it in a really long time. I think my hair is longer than it's ever been before. So in my picture I look like crazy. I have like Goku hair. But yeah. So let's get into some WWE because we have a lot to talk about. I've already wasted way too much time. First thing we got to talk about is the news that Renee Young will be leaving WWE. We don't know when, but she will be leaving the company. She's been gone for the last few months after testing positive for COVID-19, and will she come back before leaving? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing they're probably just going to wait it out and then not have her come back. But, what's in the Raw? Drew McIntyre called out Randy Orton before the broadcast started glitching. Like, it started showing, like, the entire broadcast started glitching. Like, camera angles started changing, some, like, effects came up. It started showing replays of stuff that happened. It started showing, banners for, like, a match coming up later. It's like, what's going on? Well, then it goes to the production truck backstage, and you see Retribution kind of just sitting there talking with the people running the show, and then as soon as the camera gets in there, they start screaming and throwing stuff. MVP came out with Lashley and Shelton and actually accused Apollo Crews of being the one leading Retribution, bringing up how Retribution showed up about the same time that MVP and Crews started feuding. Apollo Crews then beat Shelton Benjamin, which meant that Shelton and Bobby Lashley were barred from ringside for MVP and Apollo's SummerSlam match. MVP and Bobby Lashley then attacked Apollo, but then Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, and Cedric Alexander ran down to make the save. At the same time, R-Truth runs down, being chased by Akira Tozawa and his ninjas. Is taken out by Shelton, who pins him to become the 24/7 champion. Kind of a weird moment for that to happen, but okay. After all that, MVP then challenges Crews to a 6-man tag match. The whole thing with like R-Truth and the 24/7 title is actually pretty funny because it never got addressed. It just kind of happened, and then MVP is like, 6-man tag. Yeah, it was funny. Angel Garza beat Ivar of the Viking Raiders. Then it went backstage to show Angelo Dawkins, who then showed a video of Zelina Vega poisoning Montez's Ford's drink. And then backstage, Dawkins and Ford attacked Almas and Garza. In a match between Mickie James and Natalya, it was Mickie James's comeback match. All of a sudden, Seth Rollins came down, started talking to Samoa Joe, and then Mickie got counted out, which was weird and honestly pretty disappointing because it was like they were really hyping up, the fact that Mickie James was coming back, and then they have her lose by a count out, and it was obvious that the whole point of this segment was Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe. The match was just kind of in the background, which is unfortunate. In a match between with Asuka and Shayna Baszler against Bayley and Sasha Banks, Nia Jax appeared in the crowd despite being suspended. Shayna Baszler then got into a brawl with her. Um, which and no DQ is ever called, which was weird because normally, based on how matches have been going, recently, apparently you can get DQ just by having someone come down to the ring. They didn't even have to attack anyone; they just have to run down. So I was surprised that the DQ wasn't called, even though Nia and Shayna were actually fighting. But in the end, Asuka and Shayna Baszler won. Peyton Royce beat Ruby Riott. Rey and Dominic Mysterio call out Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. When Seth and Murphy come down, they clear the ring, sending Rey and Dominic to the outside. Dominic, who's still recovering from his injuries from when Seth beat him with a kendo stick. Rey then distracted Seth and Murphy, which allowed Dominic to slide in with 2 kendo sticks and take out Seth and Murphy. And then Rey and Dominic just went to town on Seth, which was really fun to watch. In the match with Cruz, Mustafa Ali, and Ricochet against MVP Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. Ali and Ricochet were eliminated back-to-back. Cruz then eliminated Shelton. And then as Shelton headed backstage, Cedric Alexander came out and pinned Shelton for the 24/7 title. Then Cruz beat MVP before losing to Lashley, who was the last man standing. Cedric Alexander then beat Akira Tozawa to retain the 24/7 title. We'll start this real quick. Is that a reference to the Miz TV segment where he just punched, like he KO punched Miz? Alright, let's get into Raw Underground. Yeah, they're still doing that. This one was actually pretty entertaining though, I will say. Let's see, Eric, Viking Raiders won a match. Dolph Ziggler then came out and kind of mocked Eric, saying that his win was mediocre. The two of them got into a fight and Dolph actually won. Afterwards, Ivar ran in and basically knocked Dolph Ziggler into the crowd, which was, again, really fun. Arturo Ruiz and Riddick Moss were having a match, but then they started brawling with crowd members and no one ever really won between the two of them, so that was kind of weird. NXT's Marina Shafir, I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, she won a match. And then Nia Jax came out. She beat Shafir and also another NXT wrestler, Jessamine Duke. I'm probably not saying that name right either. And then Shayna Baszler came out to confront Nia. Miss, what are you doing? So yeah, Nia and Shayna confronted each other, but never actually, started fighting. Oh, no. Here we go. Uppercut. Okay. Ow. 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 Got him. See, like I said, Raw Underground was actually pretty fun. Montez Ford beat Andrade Cien Almas. And in the final segment of the night was Shawn Michaels' return. He basically insulted Orton, basically, you know, chastised him for everything he did to Flair. Kind of like, shame on you. Orton then came out, RKO'd Shawn, and then went right into a punt. Here we go. Boom. And a lot of people are actually kind of upset with how Shawn sold the whole attack. And I will say I do kind of agree with it. I didn't really like how it was sold, because normally when someone gets, you know, punted by Orton, no matter what era, when he first started doing it or even now, they're pretty much dead. Like, they're unconscious. They never move after it, and they have to be, you know, carried out on a stretcher. When Shawn got punted, he never had that moment of, you know, being unconscious or, you know, being completely out of it. He just kind of rolled around the mat and even held himself up, like, in the corner. Ow. Come here, Miz. Is it loud enough? I don't know if it's loud enough. I can hear it clearly, but I also know the microphone on this isn't very good, and, you know, I'm loud. So I'm probably drowning everything out. But yeah, so continue with the whole thing with Orton and Shawn. After Orton punted Shawn, Drew McIntyre came out, just chased off Orton. He then went to check on Shawn. Orton tried to slide in and, you know, blind side McIntyre. Drew caught him and took him out, and then went back to checking on Shawn, but Orton slid in again and got Drew with an RKO. Ow. No! Ow. That hurt. They're bad. Haha. Hello, Miz. Hey. Oof, he drew me around. Oh no. Ow. Ah. It's gonna take a lot more than that, Mizzy boy. Alright, let's get to SmackDown. So the show opened with Vince McMahon coming out, introducing the Thunderdome, which I guess is this new arena, I guess. But then The Fiend came out, stood face to face with Vince. Braun came down to, you know, fight with The Fiend. But then both Braun and The Fiend were surrounded by Retribution. The Fiend disappeared and the Retribution closed in on Braun, beating him up. Then a bunch of wrestlers came out to, make the save for Braun. Ooh, I don't think so, boy. Okay. Nope. Hey, get down. So yeah, Retribution then gets scared off, and Braun, out of frustration, takes out Drew Gulak and Jey Uso. In a match between Sheamus and Big E, a bunch of wrestlers came out to ringside to make sure Retribution didn't attack anyone. Boom. Baron Corbin attacked Matt Riddle, and then Big E beat Sheamus. Whoa! Oh no, you don't. Get down. Here we go, girl. Get up, Mike. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Here we go. Hi, Miz. Bye, Miz. What? Are you kidding me? Alright, can you please let me up? Oh, no, you don't. Alright, here we go. You're gonna go over there, and I'm gonna spear you. Now he's done. What? Okay, that's actually incredible. How did he do that? Alright. See, now I'm actually worried. I might not actually be able to do this in time. Oh crap, I meant to pin him. Well, I did that. Sorry. Alright, try this again. What? How? Nope, stay away from me. You freak. Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura beat. Ow. Beat Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik. Uh-oh. I gotta focus here. Got him. There we go. Alright, now that has to be it. That's like, what, 2 spears now? There we go. Jeez. Alright, Sasha Banks beat Naomi, and so Sasha Banks and Bayley were basically competing with each other in a beat the clock challenge. Banks beat Naomi, but then Naomi beat Bayley, which means that Bayley will have to face Asuka first at SummerSlam. Then Asuka took out Banks, and then chased off Bayley. Sonya Deville made her match against Mandy Rose a no disqualification, loser leaves WWE match. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like that stipulation because I was already kind of interested in this match enough. I didn't really need the extra stipulation to get interested in it. But also, I really don't want either of them to leave WWE. I think, and I know it's going to be the whole, they don't actually leave, they leave for like maybe a couple months and then come back as a new character or something, but I think both of them are in a really good spot now, and I don't really want any of them to leave right now. And then, let's see. Jeff Hardy beat AJ Styles to become the new Intercontinental Champion. I know where that come from. They literally just made the match after AJ attacked Jeff earlier in the night, and then they made it a title match, and then Jeff won. It's like, why? Now they're just gonna face each other for it again at SummerSlam, right? And then AJ's most likely gonna win. So it's not gonna really do anything. And then the final segment of the night, Braun Strowman attacked Bray, actual Bray, in the Firefly Funhouse. He then brought him backstage, where he then beat up on him on the concrete. Bray was carried out in an ambulance. The ambulance then stopped, and the Fiend came out. And then that's how it ended. So that was pretty cool. Overall, Raw was, I feel like just too much stuff happening. Underground was fun, and I do like the more, legitimate match styles, like between Dolph and Eric. That was a really cool, fun match. Yeah, of course, R-Truth is always fun with the 24/7 title, even though I think it might have gone a little bit too overexposed tonight, or on that night. Then there's just stuff with Retribution. It's boring. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. And also, what do you guys think of Renee Young leaving WWE? Do you think she's gonna go to AEW, or do you think she's gonna get a broadcast job at, just regular Fox Sports? Let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if there's other time. Stay tuned for Versus. Guy01 signing out. Bye, guys.